Are you drunk?
Peter will be exchanging pleasantries with Wolo Olanipekun, the head of Tinubu's legal team, and Mike Ozekome of PDP and Atiku. That's what it should be. Politics is not war, although some have made it look like it's war. Anyway, let's see the summary of what happened today at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal sitting at the Appeal Court Complex. Remember, this is preliminary hearing when all parties gather to set out how they plan to argue their cases, the number of witnesses they will call. They will outline when they file their cases, when they receive responses, summons, and all that. So this is just pre-hearing. They will finish the pre-hearing before they get into the case proper. When they get to the case proper, the sitting will be every day, no longer adjournments, except maybe there's something, a public holiday, or maybe one of the judges is sick or something like that. But outside that, once the tribunal starts sitting, it will be a daily affair. They will start in the morning and maybe dismiss in the afternoon or even sometimes in the evenings. It depends on the mood of the judges. Today, the pre-hearing started very late. You can see a lot of lawyers and other citizens waiting for the courtroom to be opened. According to reports, some came there as early as 6 a.m. in the morning. And it was after 9 or thereabouts that everything started and the judges started calling the cases one by one. And it was only P2B that represented himself. Others had representation, but P2B represented himself. And there was a little drama when Governor Lalong of Plateau State said that he represents Tinubu. And the judge quickly told him that he should know that he can represent Tinubu as a lawyer that he is. And he quickly changed his stance and said that, well, he will now be representing APC. Due process must be followed. This is one up for the court for taking the right decision and putting him in order.
My brother, I was just talking to you and said,
Concerning the live broadcast of proceedings at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, it seems that it will be brought by any of the petitioners as a motion. They'll make an application and the judges will decide. But this preliminary hearing is not the time for them to give a response. Although not confirmed, but it seems that Atiku and PDP made the application. But like already said, they will not give a reply now. The judges will not rule on it for now. It is when the hearing starts proper. This preliminary hearing period is just for them to set out how they will go about the hearing. So when it starts, maybe they will now either decline or accept live broadcast of the proceedings, so that Nigerians at home or work can stay glued to their TV sets enjoying the proceedings in the court. Next is Action Alliance. They've now withdrawn their petition against Tinubu, APC, and INEC. It depends the grounds the petition was filed in the first place. If it was based on the many violations of the electoral law by INEC, then it's a duplication because it's already covered in P2B and Atiku's petition. So it would have been a waste of the court's time because Action Alliance didn't win the election in the first place. Also, they might have made a deal to support the ruling party. Maybe that's why they are withdrawing. But in any case, whatever is contained in their petition is already covered in that of P2B and Atiku Abubakar, which are the two main players after the APC.
The petitioners in petition number 3, I fully associate myself with what my brothers said. Whatever we can do to ensure that my laws render their judicial activities seamlessly, we are going to do it as far as these petitions are concerned. We are not unmindful of the fact that these petitions have invoked a lot of public interest. Indeed, at the end of the day, I'm very confident that these petitions will impact on Nigerians' electoral jurisprudence. It will also impact on judicialism and constitutionalism. So we will do whatever is possible to assist the Russians. Thank you very much.
There was also a slight drama when two lawyers claimed to be representing the same party, Action Alliance. You know, maybe there's a faction in the party, or maybe there's division. They don't want to accept the withdrawal, whatever happened. The most important thing right now is that Action Alliance have withdrawn their case. After hearing from all the parties, the court adjourned till Wednesday, 10th of May, 2023 for the continuation of hearing. Specifically, the Labour Party should be in court by 2 p.m. for their own hearing. Be rest assured that we will be here bringing you updates from the proceedings at the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal. The whole world is watching, all eyes on the judiciary right now to save democracy in Nigeria, because this is the most contested election in Nigeria's history. There is so much evidence that this election was stolen. So the whole world is looking at Nigeria's judiciary to prove themselves as the last hope of the common man in terms of justice. If the law authorizes INEC to keep records of polling unit results on iRev, it can be stored in their servers or Amazon servers, whichever servers they utilize. But the most important thing is that their portal, iRev, should store all the records of polling unit results. And going by this, it should be admissible as evidence in court. And going by the same evidence in court, River State, for example, this is a result that many people have collated. It shows, as you can see, look at the results right here. It is a sharp contrast to what INEC announced. So this is just one result. Imagine what happened in many other states. Remember that P2B and the Labour Party are contesting the election in 21 states in Nigeria, and INEC refused to grant them access to electoral materials which are needed for comparison's sake and to prove their case in court. So it looks like this case have already been won before it even started. But like already said, this is Nigeria. You can never predict what will happen. Nigerians should keep faith in the process. The electoral process have been tested. We are now in the process of testing the judiciary process to know if they will live up to expectations. Because justice is a two-edged sword. You might think that you are doing this to one man today. Tomorrow, it might be you. It is the Labour Party and the PDP that are shouting injustice today, that are shouting that INEC announced the wrong results. Tomorrow, it might be APC that will find themselves in the same situation. So justice should prevail, the rightful winner should be declared, and the pretenders should receive the equivalent punishment in order to deter people in future from trying to repeat the same process of election rigging, intimidation, using of thugs to intimidate people from voting.
If you don't vote APC for a year, go your house. Nobody force you come here. Go out, so if I see you vote another, I will call look at. If I see you vote another party, go ahead and ask. You don't come joke for here.
It is absolutely wrong for someone to tell a fellow citizen that he has no right to vote in his own country. This is completely wrong. And the worst part is that the police that was supposed to protect citizens during the voting didn't do anything. In fact, many of them aided the thugs in disenfranchising citizens from voting. Up till now, none of them have faced justice. None of them have been brought to justice. Nigerians should just keep faith as we watch the process to unfold. Thanks for watching.
So what's not found? So what are we advised to do?
Exactly.
Not found. What are we advised to do?
I have no idea. Just imagine.
Not found. Continue echoing, not found, so that
not found. All of them. Not found, exactly. We just confirmed it that all of them are not found. All the cats
not found.
So how many people can be encouraged to come out here tomorrow again? You see the frustration that they're giving Nigerians. Just look at.